Well, friends of Mundo Maldini, I just arrived, debuting. What a Leganés 0, Real Madrid 3. I preferred to get home calmly to make this video, to analyze what the match has been. This victory of Real Madrid, which brings Real Madrid closer to Barca. Madrid has one game less. Here we have Valverde, Guler, and Ceballos. I want to talk a lot about this victory of Real Madrid with some very good moments of play, and some not so good moments in certain stretches of the match. But Madrid has been far superior to Leganés. It has clearly won the match with undeniable authority. I want to talk about Vinicius, I want to talk about Mbappe, I want to talk about Jude Bellingham, as I want to comment on quite a few things about Jude Bellingham's match. Let's talk a lot about this Leganés 0, Real Madrid 3. Here I have two players who have been important. One of them is Fede Valverde. Here he is with the friends from Minix. Look, here in the box. I'll leave the link in the video description, of course, with the friends from Minix. Here we have, by the way, the photo in the background. Watch out, when Luka Modric entered at the end, it was a resounding ovation. I have included, by the way, Luka Modric in the stadium. It is impressive how Luka Modric has earned the affection of the people, not only from Madrid fans, but from people practically all over Spain almost, in every stadium where Luka Modric goes. But, well, Valverde scored the second goal, and I want Albert to also discuss in depth the match that Vinicius had today, because, well, he provided the assist for the first goal, but he was quite absent from the match at many moments. I have to say that Vinicius did not fully convince me today, neither Vinicius nor Mbappe. And it is true that Vinicius provided a goal assist to Mbappe precisely, which broke his goal drought, but I still don't see Mbappe performing well. Also, thinking about that match they are going to play at Anfield. I will be next Wednesday at Anfield to comment on that match between Liverpool and Real Madrid on Movistar. Let's analyze what has been left by this Leganés 0, Real Madrid 3. Come on, let's go. Well, friends of the modern world, you already know that we sponsor the city of Ceuta, which is a truly captivating city, a marvel. Here I am at the top of the Muralla Real. What you see there in the background is the Rock of Gibraltar. Look how clear and clean it looks today. Impressive. The Spanish coast, of course, you also have to visit it. Truly, it will excite you. Let's talk about the match. Well, let's go, friends of Mundo Maldini. Where to start to analyze this clear, convincing, and of course, fair victory of Real Madrid against Leganés? The truth is, Leganés hardly had any options. Later, we will see data from Flash Score, but Leganés did not shoot on target even once throughout the match. The most dangerous moment was a shot that was offside. Obviously, the crossbar from Mundo didn't count. And then a play where Courtois got tangled up alone and almost complicated his life, but it wasn't even a shot on target. Leganés has hardly even approached. There is a world of difference between the two teams, evident in individual level and collective level as well. I believe Madrid played a good match. I want to say that there have been some stretches where they may have gotten a bit stuck, and probably from an individual perspective, here we have two of the key men of Real Madrid. From an individual perspective, there are players who need to give more. For example, both Vinicius and Mbappe. For me, especially Mbappe today has not convinced me again. You will have the match ratings tomorrow, but I have to say that Mbappe's performance did not convince me again, and that's despite him scoring a goal. The goal that Mbappe scores is infallible. It's impossible, it's infallible. It's a ball that Vinicius gives him, and he just has to push it in, practically with no goalkeeper. That goal is infallible. He has had two clear goal chances, a one-on-one that went wide. I believe he is still quite below his level, honestly, Kylian Mbappe. But, well, then we will analyze all of this a bit more. Let's go with the 11, friends of Mundo Maldini. Let's go with the 11 of Leganés and Real Madrid. This is how Leganés has lined up. Well, some modifications. A three-man defense with Javi Hernandez, Nastasis, and Sergio. Then, indeed, Juan Cruz has been switching sides, sometimes moving to the right, sometimes to the left, ending up playing with a four-man defense with Altimira, who made a very serious mistake on the first goal. Well, he has been quite interchangeable. The key is that Neju and Tapia played as a double pivot and Brasanac quite high up, and Munir played centrally. Those have been the updates today for Leganés, Real Madrid with Courtois, practically unused. Valverde, I think, had a good game as right back, scored a goal. He didn't play set pieces, but I still think Ancelotti has no other option. It's also true, but I'm thinking about Anfield, even for today. But it is true that Valverde seems to me to be underutilized, playing as a right back. He loses a great part of his potential. And I'm not saying it's not the option. Ancelotti has. We'll analyze it more later. Asensio, good game. Rudiger and Fran Garcia getting up the wing quite a bit. Ceballos and Camavinga. I like Camavinga more than Ceballos, but Ceballos wasn't bad either. Certainly Madrid had a lot of control. I liked Arda Güler a lot, especially in the first half. Arda Güler made the best play of the first half. I think he is a player who has proven himself again today and has shown Ancelotti. He has shown people that he has the ability to play much more, that he should play much more. I like Jude Bellingham a lot. The truth is that the class with which Bellingham plays and how he defines everything, I really liked his game. Vinicius D and Mbappe were quite positioned on the left side. Then in the second half, I changed the position, but in the first half, he needs to find the best version of Mbappe, Ancelotti, Real Madrid, and I think today Mbappe clearly started on the left. And I want to start with Mbappe. I want to start with Mbappe, friends of the world. Maldini, let's see. He scored a goal. I say it's a goal. I say it again. It's an infallible goal. Absolutely infallible, the goal he scored. But this is the moment when he celebrates the goal with Vinicius. I haven't seen him well. I haven't seen him well. There have been moments in some defensive plays where I saw him a bit slow. I think he is not at 100%. I am convinced he is not at 100% Kylian Mbappe. I don't know what might be happening, but I don't see him at 100%. He has had some breakthroughs. Well, of course, the class just falls off him. It falls off him. He is a player with spectacular class, with evident talent, but we are seeing a significantly lesser version of Kylian Mbappe. And today, again, I think that in the end, beyond the goal he scores, in the second half, he had a one-on-one. The goalkeeper stopped. Dimitrovi had another quite clear play. I don't quite see Kylian Mbappe well. Maybe Anfield is just the ideal setting. 1,000 in a big match, a setting like Anfield for Mbappe to suddenly have a great game. And put all the ghosts to rest because he hasn't forgotten how to play football. I have seen Mbappe play at a spectacular level, but I don't see him well. And then Vinicius. Today it is true that Madrid has won decisively. He has had several good moments, good breakthroughs, but we haven't seen the stellar Vinicius that we have seen many times, among other things, because I still think that as a center forward, which is how he played today, positioned among the center backs with a three-man defense, this is one of the plays he has. This is Mbappe's goal. Quite comfortably, I say. It is an error by Altamira, by the way. It is a play where Leganés was about to go into halftime at 0-0. Madrid was not generating much danger except for a shot from Guler, but it is an error by Altamira, and then Madrid, in practically 3 passes, creates the goal opportunity, and Kylian Mbappe only had to finish comfortably in a match where Madrid was quite stuck. I like the second half of Real Madrid more than the first, much more the second half than the first, but I still don't quite see Kylian Mbappe well. Valverde, well, he had a quite interesting match playing as a right-back, which is a position that is clearly not his. Of course, it is not his, but let's see. I justify Ancelotti a little here because it is true that in a match against Leganés, with all due respect to Leganés, who, as you know, today had practically no options, with all due respect to Leganés. Today was a match where he could have played some more youth players, honestly, Carlo Ancelotti putting Valverde in midfield, but, well, in the end it worked out well because putting Guler there generated a lot of danger for the rival. And I think we will see Valverde as a fullback at Anfield, and we will see if Guler plays in that match because I think he is a player who generates a lot. Perhaps he will be a bit more protected with another midfielder. We will see. Today he was good. He scored that goal, that set-piece play with that strike to Dimitrovic's right post. He managed well defensively, had no problems, and I think he had quite a correct match for being a position that is certainly not his, that of Fede Valverde. I liked Camavinga. I think he managed the midfield well. Here we have him with Tapia, and certainly what Guler did. I mean, Guler, right flank. I can't stop saying it. I've told you many times. I mean, Guler can play in several positions, but his natural position is the right flank. Friends of the world more, that is Guler's position, the right flank, and here we have him just celebrating one of the goals with Mbappe and Vinicius. And the right flank, being left-footed, is his best position. And he has gone past a couple of plays with that skill he has. He has a tremendous instinct to cause damage in the last 30 meters. He can play in more positions, but his position is the ideal one, that of Guler. Here is the goal by Fede Valverde. And then, well, Madrid, I tell you, with quite a bit of calm, managing the match, controlling the game practically at will from the first minute without having any problems. Leganés has done quite well to hold on for 42 minutes. They almost approached with danger, and there is an evident jump in quality between the two. And I want to finish while we see Guler's play. I say it again. I would love for him to be a starter at Anfield. I'm not sure, but I would love for him to be a starter at Anfield. I think at Anfield we will see Mendy as left back instead of Frank Garcia and I think we will see Asensio as centre back and Valverde as right back. Guler's option is there because with Valverde moving to the flank, Guler can find space there since Rodrigo is still injured, as you all know, and he shouldn't be available in principle. And I will finish with Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham has really impressed me with his match. I think he has had the ability to control the game from midfield, asking for the ball all the time. The class he has, it just oozes class. It is evident that Jude Bellingham, and then in the end, he scored a goal that I think he deserved for what he has done, has seemed to me one of the brightest players of Real Madrid. Jude Bellingham, you will have the ratings as well, of course, tomorrow, but he has seemed to me the brightest player of Real Madrid. A comfortable match, well played by Real Madrid, with some issues that they haven't fully resolved, like Kylian Mbappe's situation, and today, Vinicius was a bit weaker. By the way, Asensio is fitting in quite well with the team, currently solving that problem, although he has played 2 matches against 2 rivals that have offered very little resistance, like Osasuna and Leganés. We'll see what happens in the match against Liverpool at Anfield. If he plays, that will be a test to see Asensio's real level, but for now, he is meeting expectations. That is the reality. Anyway, victory for Madrid 3-0. These 2 photos reflect what Bellingham has been. He's been practically unstoppable. Impossible. Friends of Mundo Maldini. A hug. Oh, by the way, I mentioned it earlier about Modric. Fantastic. When he came onto the field, the whole stadium applauded him. A hug. Bye, 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 bye.